Well, hello and welcome to the hashtag Lockboss Show and Giveaway. I kind of lost my train of thought for a minute because I was getting ready to say, looks like you got out.
I did.
Looks like you got out. So I tell you what, everybody, hey, welcome. Happy Tuesday. I hope all of you are doing well. Of course, I'm going to be drinking some Topo Chico, the LockFather as well. Cheers. Now, if you notice, I've been putting some Zip Fizz in the afternoon. He's never had it until right this second.
I spilled it all over me. Oh, now we just put some vodka in there. It'd be pretty good. Mango?
Pina colada.
Oh.
Pina colada Zip Fizz in there in the afternoons. You know, I prefer to run a little hot. So
I will after you give me some tequila and vodka in there. Cheers to those who have pina colada drink.
Yes, cheers to everyone out there who is sipping on a Topo Chico or their favorite beverage of choice. How about that?
Yep.
Oh, man, that's delicious. All right. So, we plan to have some of the team members on and talk about the ALOA show and our takeaways and all that fun stuff. But we're going to kind of, pump that until next week because we ran into some, let's just call them problems that involved the LockFather and the police at the airport. So... True story. So the cool part is here is we're gonna just start the show as it goes here, and then we'll go ahead and talk about it. And I have in my possession video. Did you know this?
No.
Oh yeah, see that right there?
Yeah.
That's a video.
Great.
So we even have video evidence of the shenanigans that occurred. I don't know. Let's call it Sunday night / Monday morning at 1 a.m. at the Spokane, Washington International Airport.
Yep. My dogs were hurting my feet.
So anyways, we'll get into that in a minute. Dan, hey, thanks for coming on and being able to face the truth.
Okay, that's a nice way to put it. I apologize to everybody.
Well, hey, you know what? Well, let's give it a few minutes. Let's hop in. Let me hop in here to the comments here. Everybody, how is it going? Oh, the comments are good. I love it. All right. Wait, let's go ahead. Let's hop into the show here and we'll get into it in just a few minutes. All right. Oh, and of course, you know what? I didn't even bring up the fact that this week, sometimes just, nature works, right? Because typically the last Tuesday of every month is when I like to have you on because we're going to be announcing this month's 5 lucky $500 winners. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So to be able to have you on, I was actually bumping you into next week because of ALOA.
Oh. But
you had to get the cops involved at 1 a.m. on a Sunday.
Yeah, that I did.
But all right. Enough teasing on with the show. All right, here we go. Lockboss season 3.7 post of the week comes from Lockchuck. Says, thanks so much for the awesome Lockboss swag. I love it all. I will wear and use it all with pride. I love all your kind words in the card. Absolutely. Hey, Lockchuck, congratulations on winning, and thank you so much for sending in the photo. We love to show everybody what you got or what everyone got. So pretty cool. I like it. All right, next up is the comment of the week. This one comes from Glock Access, or Glock Access, probably. Maybe.
Well, I can't see what it says. I don't have my glasses on.
It says, thanks, PJ, giving it out for free for the first first month is a wise choice. I'm looking forward to running it through its paces and jumping on board. There is also a peace of mind knowing that you and your team are on top of things as far as adding keys and fixing any issues. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, thanks for the comment. Thanks for downloading it. It's out, right? It's been pretty cool. What are we at? I was looking before we went on live here. So we have now had thousands of searches, almost 1,000 downloads, which is pretty awesome. Actually far exceeds my expectation kind of right out the gate here. And actually only one bad review. So, hey, if first of all, if you find that you can't even download, like you can't find any keys or whatever, give us a call. Give us a call or send us an email with your photos. But more importantly, if you've downloaded IdentiKey and you like it and you think it's worth, 4 or 5 stars, definitely go ahead and maybe leave us a review, huh? That'd be really cool, and we'd really appreciate it. So the really cool part, though, is it's working well. So many good results. Seeing some keys that we're adding in. I'll give you another update soon on the newest ones that we'll be bringing in, but we're definitely doing that, as well as, when the issues do pop up, when it doesn't give any good result, I see that. And if it's in the database, I correct it. So I don't know, I've probably corrected 4 or 5 today that should have popped up that haven't. But it's actually going really well, really happy with it. And I'm pretty picky about it. You know this.
Oh, yeah.
And it actually exceeds my expectations on that. So, that's kind of where that is at. Let me see here. Looking at the comments. Lord Forbes says, I got my IdentiKey. Very cool. And the one thing I want to say, please, and we're going to change the screen a little bit to hopefully show, but you want the head at the top. A lot of the bad results I see are not because IdentiKey couldn't find the key, but the head has to be at the top. Like at this point, it's actually like a non-negotiable. So if you could please put that head at the top, you should be hopefully really happy with the results.
And you don't want to have a cluster of keys there. You just want to show that one key.
Yes, right. Like, so you only really want it to show. I mean, if the ring's you see a little bit of the ring at top, it's not the end of the world, but you really want to make sure it's focused in on that key. Preferably it's taking up around 50% of your screen on your phone when you're taking the picture. 25% seems to be okay. Not ideal, but okay. But like some of you, it'll be like 10% of the screen. Right. It's like this little tiny thing. And it's just too far away to see anything. Right. So, that's as far as that goes. So, definitely just try to have that at the top here. Let me see a couple of the comments. M__ says, is the database only keys you sell through your shop? Yes, at this point, yes. Another way to say the same thing, but differently, would be that if the key is not available at this time, we don't see a reason to add it to the database to identify it, right? I see down the road that there could be a time when that would be valuable, but right now, if so we have around 2,000 keys in the database. I need to soon actually get a report and see how many there are now, because we've been adding some or whatever. But I'll keep saying around 2,000 until I pull a report and get another number. But at this time, if we have to take our efforts and identify keys that are no longer available, they're just some really weird old thing, or keys that are available, right? We want to go with the keys that are.
Right.
Because
you can't identify the old stuff. If they don't make it anymore, you can't get it anyways, unless you have a buddy what has one.
Yeah. So I definitely see the value, though, in having that available. But for now, we're just trying to add as many keys as available that we that you can buy from, whether it's us or someone else, right? I mean, so that's kind of where we're at right now with that. Hopefully that is about as clear as I can be.
Right. Yeah, because I had a 34 Cadillac trunk lock. Didn't realize GM used to have double-sided keys.
Yeah.
And I go, never seen one. So I called some buddies, and I had a buddy what actually had some, because they don't make them anymore.
Yeah, Raths says Identikey working pretty well so far. I like it. Raths, thank you. Hey, thank you for not only using it, but providing us feedback. And that's working pretty well for you. Really like it. And the way I really view it right now is probably the worst it's ever going to be, right? It's probably only going to get considerably better pretty quick. And like I said, I spent over 6 hours yesterday reviewing a lot of the results and tweaking things. Probably spent a good 4+ hours today on it as well. So, I'm all in on it, as the LockFather knows.
Yeah.
Right.
Sitting in the hotel room, fixing stuff, answering,
Yep. Doing that. So, as a matter of fact, we were telling someone about it, and I think they said that I might have a mental illness.
Yes. They said, Phil from Freeman said, you put 3 lifetimes into it.
Oh, yeah.
And I agreed with them, because you do spend all your extra time on it.
Yeah.
Besides golfing.
Hey, settle down. Hey, I haven't golfed since last Thursday.
Oh, my goodness. Are you having a nervous breakdown?
Pretty
close.
No, I'm going tomorrow. And maybe the next day.
2 or 3 days. Yeah.
Anyways, but hey, it's with FedEx. So that counts as working.
Well, of course, because you get those good deals from them.
But yeah. Good stuff. So but man, you got me
got a lot of comments.
Yeah. What was I talking about? Oh, hey, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. So yes, hey, Jimmy J, what is up, Iowa Lock Doc? I tell you what, and we'll get much more into it next week with the team. But I tell you what, I got to meet Jimmy J along with so many others. We've had the opportunity to hang out with Jimmy J for a while. I tell you what, Jimmy, it was awesome meeting you.
Absolutely.
We had such a good time together, and man, really nice guy.
Very nice.
Right?
Yeah.
So very cool. So and like I said, we'll hop more into that next week with all that stuff, with meeting everybody. So cool. Also, yes, Identikey did win the new product of the year at the show, which was really awesome. Was really hoping for that, so that's pretty cool.
Your hard work's paying off.
Yeah, hey, the way I look at it is when people can identify keys that they don't know what they are.
Right. Hey, it's perfect thing.
We are doing a good job.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
So pretty cool. All right. Well, hey, let's go and keep going here, because we got to really hop into it here. Now, this is a real photo, okay? So this is a photo that Lily took of the LockFather with the police officer. And Lily, there was a little more juicy of a photo I actually shared internally this morning in our group, in our announcement chat company-wide.
Oh, great.
And it was a really awesome picture. So Lily went a little easy on you here, okay?
Thank goodness. Thank you, Lily.
And let's... So I have a few slides here that I'll show you, and then I'm going to let you talk about it for a few minutes, and then we're going to show the video that Lily took.
Okay.
Are you
I didn't know anything was going on, did I?
You did not. So, okay, this is the photo, actually. I put it on here. I forgot I put it on here. So this is the photo I was hoping she was going to use, right? It looks like there is the police officer talking to you. It looks like at this point you've already abandoned your luggage. And honestly, it looks like you're getting ready to put your hands behind your back, which is why I really like the photo. Doesn't it?
Yeah, that head doesn't go behind.
Maybe you're showing that's as far as you can go back before you get cuffed and
That's
stuff
it.
off to Disneyland for a little bit.
Yeah, Brazil.
And so there's the LockFather right there. There he is on his way. What seat is he going to be sitting in? So before we go any further, LockFather, I'd like to set the stage and then hand it to you.
Okay.
We get off the plane a little after midnight, I think around
1 o'clock.
We got off the plane at 1?
Yeah.
Okay. I was sleeping. I think, were you sleeping?
No, I can't sleep on a plane.
Oh my gosh, you wake up. It's like 1 a.m. We're all dazed and confused. Anyways, the LockFather is sitting up ahead of us. We go ahead and we get out. And I saw he was off to the side. I don't really know what he was doing. And we need to go use the restroom. So we kind of go over to the restroom. And then next thing you know, the LockFather has his luggage ripped open.
Yep.
And I'm going to pass the baton.
Okay. Ripped open my luggage. Can't find my key to my car. I'm going, what the heck? I know I put it in there. So here I put it up on the seats and I'm ripping my clothes out, all over the place.
You have your underwear flying too?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Even the clean ones I still had.
Okay.
Because I only wore one. No, I'm joking.
Whoa.
But going, what the heck? Where's this key? So I remember opening a zipper and throwing it in. I checked every little pocket, all my different pants I wore. There was nothing. And I catch up to him and I say, I don't have the key to the car. I said, you sure you gave it to me, PJ? He goes, yeah, Dad. I said, I know. So I remember him handing it to me.
Well, I handed him to you because I parked the car.
Right.
And the LockFather drove because he's the only vehicle that
could fit everybody. And so I parked the car. I come back into the airport, right? I give the key to Addie, my daughter. Right.
And then she hands it to you.
Absolutely.
Right. So we made sure I'm like, Addie, I gave you the key. You gave it to Grandpa.
Right.
And she's like, yes.
So, I said, I don't have the key, guys. I said, I know I have an extra one in the car if your mother put it back. Because she always locks her keys out, when she goes places, if I go with her. I like giving her a spare key to put in her purse, and here's the other key, what we usually use.
Mom, for the record, I'm not agreeing. Okay.
But it is true. And so he goes, well, you got AAA. I said, yeah. And I'm not worried. The key's got to be in there. And sure enough, he goes, well, let's go to the cop shop at the airport. And, my feet were hurting me. They're about 100 feet in front of me. And I'm going, man, we got to walk like at ALOA forever to get to this place.
Yeah, it was quite the distance.
Yeah, and, PJ was way up there before me, and he's talking to him. Hey, what's your license plate? Well, I don't know. I got too many cars. You remember your license plate? And
it is 1 a.m., so
and so he goes, you got to talk to him because you're the registered owner. They get my ID, fill out everything. And I said, I feel foolish because I am a locksmith. And, we actually do work here at the airport for you. And the guy looks at me like, yeah, right. And so we did go. He says, sure, we'll open it for you. I said, unless you want to give me the tools and I'll just do it.
So the photos that you saw there was you hopping into the police car.
Right. Because I told him I'm not walking all the way to where that car was.
Yeah.
He says, oh,
because normally I go get it, drive it around.
Right. And so we went,
And so
with the cop.
Yep. So you go with the cop.
It took forever because you guys were there way before.
I know. We show up, and I'm like,
you got to drive everywhere.
Well, I was thinking because they asked me, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 times
yeah,
where I park.
Right.
and there seemed to be a little confusion there.
Right. And there's only two guys.
There's only two guys, but this is the deal. We walk there, you're nowhere to be found.
Right.
And I'm like, it never dawned on me when you hopped into the cop car. You didn't park the car, I did.
Right.
Never dawned on me. I'm like, there's two people right now headed towards the vehicle where neither of them know where it was parked.
He goes, can you identify it? I said, yes, it was my car,
So you hop out.
Right.
And next thing you know, he hands you the tools.
Yes. To unlock it.
And he says, normally we don't allow people to lock their own vehicles, but he's convinced me that he knows what he's doing.
Yep.
Am I right? That's what it said.
Yeah.
So let's just stop there for a moment.
Okay.
And I'd like to present everyone watching a video.
And I didn't know this was going on.
Now you can't. Now it's a 3-minute video, but I've already went ahead and fast forwarded to the good stuff.
Okay.
Okay. And we are not going to be able to hear the audio, but everyone else should be able to.
Oh, great.
Okay. So here we go, folks. Yes, sir. Now, is what they hear is me on the
Other side.
driver's side with the flashlight, like I was 12 again,
Yep.
guiding you in. And I actually think we communicated better than we did when I was 12.
I'm sure we did.
Yeah.
And I had a replacement on my shoulder, so my left hand is up high and my shoulder's barking.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, so the only two people who were allowed to open it was the cop, the police officer, and you.
Right.
Why didn't you let the police officer?
You had to sign the waiver saying if he damages it.
Oh.
And he had a real small green rod where we use the big white one, so it's stiffer.
Oh, there we go. Look at that. Looky, looky. There's the video for you. Now, I'll just go to the very beginning of it here just so you can kind of see the so we can see the LockFather, kind of look at him getting prepped.
And you see I'm uptight because I'm smacking my gum a lot.
Oh, yeah. Smacking the gun. There we go. I'm handing the rod. Now, the thing that is not shown in the video, which I would have absolutely loved everybody to see,
The other side
was sometime, I don't know why it wasn't in the video. Okay, I don't know exactly, but I was sitting there and the LockFather, so the police officer hands him the long rod.
right,
brand I'd never seen before.
right.
And the wedges and stuff. And as the police officer's walking around to the other side, you go, and you put a big bend in it.
Yeah, because he had it,
I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy just handed me this.
Well, because it kept slipping off. So I
Because-
pull it out and bend it and slid it back in. Let's get it
I was
done.
like, oh my gosh. It was like a brand new long
Yeah,
rod.
It was.
And you, as soon as the officer's not looking, gunk.
Well, even if he was looking, I was going to gunk.
Oh my
And so I get it
gosh.
unlocked. And in my little, dash compartment, I'm supposed to have this key, right? And I go, oh man. I've put my hand in there and I go, PJ, it's not there. You gosh darn mother. Rah, rah, rah. And he goes, oh, Dad, really? I said, yeah. And he goes, well, what are we going to do? I said, I opened my hand and said, well, got to get in and drive home. Because the key there was in there.
Now, I definitely, we need to point out though with that, and is
You asked why wasn't it outside?
No,
the
well,
box.
Yeah, I'm like all the, yeah. What I was going to say though is that when you said there is a key in it, you started with a very high level of certainty. And by the time it was just about time to see if the key was in there,
Right.
his certainty had dropped significantly.
Because I'm saying, oh gosh darn it, the key's not in there, and it was. I just
honestly though, okay, now that it's all good, everything's good.
Yeah.
How certain were you that extra key was in there? Honestly,
100%.
Oh, you were.
Yeah, because it was there the day I drove it there.
Okay.
Because that's where I keep my other key. I don't keep any keys on me. All my keys are in the car, unlocked.
Have you considered getting a hide key?
Yes, I have.
I would like to maybe sell you one.
You sold me lots of them. I have lots of them at the store.
I'd like to sell you another, please.
No, thank you.
Okay.
And I'd use the Velcro myself with this good tape.
Yep.
Because I go on a lot of rough roads.
Yeah.
So I apologize to everybody. They all had a good laugh. I said, well, we might as well stop and have a pizza.
and that's really, everyone is a good sport about it. We did draw the line, though, when you were wanting to get a pizza. But I do have to say, the main difference, from being 12 years old out there at night with my dad holding the flashlight, and all I remember it was him always being like, move it where I'm trying to see.
Yeah, he's trying to shine out the window,
I'd be holding it, you're a 12-year-old kid, and so after a while, I kind of get bored, and next thing you know, you're not on the lock anymore. He'd be like, well, get the light back over on the lock.
Well, because a lot of the vehicles you can't see, so you really need another person to guide.
With the tent. Well,
right.
Technically is what you would have to do. The long rod's hard, right? So you'd want to get on a stool.
Right.
Look down over.
Right, the front of the window, right.
But the main difference, honestly, between that and when I was 12 was afterwards we would have got a blizzard.
Yep.
Yep.
And
here I am Tuesday without a blizzard.
Well, and then I found my key, and I go, when I unloaded my suitcase, it wasn't in the suitcase. I used a CPAP, so I opened the zipper, threw it in there. But when I took it out, I didn't notice it. And when I put it back in, I didn't notice it. When I took it back out at home, I just set the case up on my dresser until the morning.
Your CPAP?
Yeah, my CPAP case.
Yep.
And my wife goes, oh, we got to go out to dinner at the resort. And I said, okay. And so I'll put this away. And there it sits, broad as.
So you looked at all of your luggage, but you had a little carry-on.
Right.
Which was the CPAP machine.
Right. And
it was just
right there.
Sitting in there waiting for
Couldn't believe it. And then this morning I came in and sort of, tucked my tail and walked into your sales office and said, guys, I found the key. And they go, oh, good. I said, I'm really sorry. And they said, oh, that was okay. We all wanted to get home and go to sleep, but, we understood. No, they did. But so everything turned out well. It was a venture.
Yeah.
It's always a venture when you're with your dad because you never know what's going to happen.
It really was,
You didn't show him the Rocky move as soon as I hopped out of the cop car, and went, yeah,
Oh my gosh. Let's see here. LockFather, what would you have done if PJ was messing with you and removed the spare key?
I wouldn't have been happy. I was trying to pull one over on him.
Oh, yeah. That was good.
Yeah, because I have lots of cars, so I keep them in the ashtray most of the time, or the, little spare apartment on the dash.
Uh-huh.
So I don't like carrying keys.
Yeah.
But it came out good.
Yeah, so
I didn't have to buy anything, another remote and everything. So I was all smiles when I found it. Sort of like you jumping down the hall, having fun with your daughter.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, right.
No, I think you were dreaming, maybe.
All I could do is laugh. PJ, myself, and Addie as a family, we tease each other to death and have a good time.
Oh yeah,
right?
we do. Now, is there, Julio, you didn't put on any confession music.
Uh-oh. You got something to say?
I actually don't. Well, I actually don't want to say anything, but there's one little missing piece of the puzzle that I need to allow you to confess for me.
I already confessed.
So, see anybody again until the next day. Is that true or untrue?
Untrue.
Okay.
I happened to see, I just pull into the garage and PJ
At your house.
At my house. All of a sudden I hear this engine behind me that I just got out. Here it's PJ. He goes, Dad. I go, what? He goes, I lost my wallet. And it's got to be in your car. And I said, oh, here now you feel like I felt, right? And he goes, hey, at least I know where it is. But it was funny.
It's true, Julian killed the confession music there, yeah. But I wanted you to at least to be able to.
Yeah, I wasn't going to throw you under the bus, but I'm glad I did. Made me feel
thump,
better.
Thump, thump. It is true. It is true. But
we were all tired.
Yep. We were all tired. By that time, it was what, 2:00?
Yep.
In the morning?
2:30.
Hey, I was back up working by 7:38. What about you?
I got up at 6 and said, man, I want to go back to sleep. And then I woke up at 8:30.
Okay. So just remember, when you were sleeping, I was working.
It's about time.
Oh, my God.
So this is our adventure at ALOA. And, we met a lot of great people. I had a great time. Talked to a lot of people and showed people how to use the app. And they really loved it, And we visited with a lot of people who, see us on the channel. And it was awesome.
Yeah.
They say they loved it, like everything we're doing. And it's all good.
Oh, yeah. Do you remember, though, back as a kid when I would have to hold the flashlight for you at night?
Oh, yeah.
And when you'd always be like, put it on the lock.
Yeah, and you go, I am. I said, not the button, the other lock.
I mean, it honestly, like, no joke, when I was holding the flashlight on the
So you
other
do
side,
have a memory. Things do come back to you.
And I was sitting there holding it. I mean, it sincerely, brought me back to being 12, sitting there. Up, back a little bit, down, nope, too far, up, up.
Yeah. Because a lot of those, even today, if I had a stool, you could see it.
Yeah.
I remember holding the flashlight in my mouth a lot, going through the front window.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, before the glass ones came out. Yep. True. And
I've always hated tinted windows for this reason. Even during the day, they're so dark, you can barely see what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
But it keeps you nice and cool in the sun.
I'm actually a little surprised you didn't pull out the little metal piece that comes out from a windshield wiper and then go over to some sort of other metal object and grind it down into a jiggler key. And then put it in and just jiggled it open.
Well, we don't have antennas anymore. On a lot of vehicles. I'd break that sucker off and try it.
James says, I've done the hold the flashlight so I can see the lock thing.
Yeah.
I mean, as a kid, you're sitting there drifting,
Yeah. Jimmy John, nice meeting you. Nice guy. Had a great time with you.
Absolutely. So Jason SC1 says, how many keys do you have to look for in the app now? So I haven't pulled a new report, but it's somewhere around 2,000. I know we added a couple hundred last month-ish. So we have there's 77. I just looked this morning. There's 77 right now that we're uploading to the database kind of as we speak. So over the next couple days-ish, it'll be done.
Cut a lot of keys to make that thing work, huh? Your database.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, we've done a lot. So I'm really happy it's working really well. So I believe that Y1 problem, for whatever reason, Y1 was a little bit of a problem. But you want to know why? You want to know why?
Because they put this.
Julio, go on and hold the confession music here for a minute. I actually found out why today.
Okay.
You want to know why?
They put the neuter bow in first?
Nope. The Y1 key in the database was classified as a Y12.
No wonder.
My mystery is solved.
Yeah, that's good. Well, that's the little chirps you have in everything.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But so no, it's going good. Everybody, man, like I said, we have had thousands of searches now. We're getting close to 1,000 downloads, and I'm just so thankful for all of you downloading it and using it. And I'm pretty happy with the results, honestly. Very, very few that it's not picking up that it should. If you're not getting the right key, and it's a fairly, it's not like, it seems like that it's a good probability that would be within the couple thousand keys that we have in the database. Definitely make sure the head's on the top. So I feel that's because, I'm looking at the results in particular that have bad results, the keys that have bad results. And they're almost all, 99% of them are because the key's upside down.
Here or on its side.
Or on its side as well. They're just the head up top. Let's get the head up top there, and we're going to be cooking.
Yeah. Awesome.
And so what I do is I flip them around and run them through, and it just hurts knowing that they could have got the result, but they didn't.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's like everything. Everybody has to take learning curve.
Yes. And hey, and by the way, if you are using the app and you're liking it and you feel like it's worth a 4, maybe 5-star review, it would be really awesome if you would rate it high.
Well, most mic guys like it who've used it. They say, oh, it's great because it's on all their tablets in their truck. So
yeah.
There's a lot of keys out there,
there
but
is.
You don't see all the time. And a lot of people can't identify from the head. It should tell you roughly what it is, what brand, but some people don't know what that is.
Yeah. And I think we have a couple thousand Blue Dog keys in now. So we're going to load all 1,100 Blue Dog keys as well. So we're in the process of doing that. And so, yeah, it's pretty cool. Something, okay. So a couple of quick facts here. Then we'll announce this week's winners is the number one key at the first few days that was searched was a M13, mainly the plastic headed M13, not one that actually said M13, right. But the plastic headed. Now, by far, the most searched key, Y11. Now, it doesn't
really?
Look, yeah. Now, it doesn't say Y11 on it, right. You know what I mean? But there is a cajillion. Oh. And I'm actually understating that.
Well, IN8 and a Y11 is the exact same blank.
Yeah.
So, and a CG16, same. They're all the same blank.
Yeah. Rosta236 says, glad to hear it's out. Downloading now, and we'll give it a go. Yeah. And so it's free right now. No subscription required on that. The subscription at some point will come. But I'm going to use our resources right now to help people. Instead of having our developers working on the subscription at the moment, I'm having them work on getting a little better version of being able to help people who aren't, to making sure they're taking the pictures the right way. Because, I really want people to be able to identify keys with it. And if they're uploading the key upside down or sideways, it's just not going to work. And I'm sure at some point how you upload the key probably is not going to be a big deal, but like that's not going to be anytime soon at the moment. Okay. But definitely over the past.
And this will definitely help people identify the keys so you can turn those keys into G's.
Yes.
Right?
That's what we're talking about.
That's what it's all about.
It's what you do.
Yes, I do.
That you do. So, yeah, so that's what we got going on. And as you know, I can ramble for about identity for kind of ever.
Yes, you can.
Right?
But you did a great job. You know, you should be proud of it.
Yeah, thanks. I am. It
it's changing the whole industry.
I mean, yeah, that's the hope. I mean,
even from the other key companies have said, you know,
yeah,
when they came to our booth.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really awesome. It's a really good tool. And, you know, I'm going to continue to work all the time on it like I have for the past year and a half. And, you know, along with many other people here. And, man, I mean, we're going to keep going. You know, I mean, we're going to make it the best it can possibly be.
Mm-hmm.
So, and, you know, one that is really cool is when people are uploading photos of a key that they don't actually know.
Mm-hmm.
And in one of 5 results
pops in.
It has it. And the other thing, by the way,
and there are some odd ones in there, like Hawaii 11.
Yeah.
What I don't know why it goes in, but it was in a few of them.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So 2 more things. I said I was done talking about, but I have a couple more things I want to talk about here, and then we'll get to the winners. The first thing I want to say is when you search for a key, you're always going to get 5 results. And soon we'll be changing it to say 1 of 5 or 2 of 5, just so you can see the results.
Yeah, you gotta swipe it over.
Because a lot of people, like the result has been on number 2, and they'll send me a message being like, hey, PJ, this is a such and such key, and identity didn't provide the result.
Right. You just got to swipe.
But it just wasn't number 1. It was number 2, or I don't know, 4 or 5, whatever it was.
Right.
And I'm like, man, I wish there was a way I could communicate with them that the result was there. You just had to hit the next button.
Right.
So yeah, there's a few things that we need to change up a little bit just to help people who aren't maybe on live like you all are, or maybe don't watch all of our videos, or maybe 0 of them. So, you know, we just want to be able to make it as user friendly as possible. And yeah, so we're going to be working on a few basic changes and making it happen. Let's see here. Jeff and Things. How's it going? It says, would it ever be possible to get proper blanks from a keyway? I've got nice locks in my collection with no keys for identifying. You know, it's interesting. It's something that a lot of people have brought up. I don't necessarily know what the future holds, but right now we are just very focused on getting 4,000 to 5,000 keys in the database as soon as humanly possible. So that's really what we're working on.
Yeah. It's, you know, they had good suggestions.
Yeah.
But it all takes time to make everything happen.
Yeah. Oh, Raph says left 5 stars. Very kind of you. I really thank you for that. But yeah, so anyway, so yeah, that's it. And then I thought there was another thing I was going to.
So I'm sure PJ is going to have a 5-star hat on next week with his little, you know, icon. Because you guys make his day.
Yes, absolutely. Let's see here. James says, I made my daughters change tires. You know, my oldest daughter, Addie, before I let her start driving on her own, she had to change her own tire as well. And, you know, she was sitting there, she had it jacked up, old tire off, and she was trying to get the new tire on and was struggling. And she's like, I need help. I'm like, listen, you're on the side of the road right now.
You have no help.
Yeah, like, you got to do it.
I did that to your sister, and I made sure she could change her own oil and check it. You know.
Absolutely. But anyways, well, hey, thank you all so much for hanging out with us as we go. Now let's get on to even more exciting news here. The 5 lucky $500 winners we're announcing, Dad.
Okay, hope I'm in there.
Are you ready for this?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it. Let's see here. All right. And if you could, Julio, you've been a little quiet today. It's all right. Don't want to put a little tunes on, though. Let's get him out to this week's key winners. Now, before we announce them, let me go over what to do if you win. You want to email us your shipping info to sales@CLKsupplies.com or call us at 800-848-6989 and
we'll send you your gift eventually.
No.
Soon.
Hey, I know that was your favorite part, so I was like,
okay.
or you think we should put in there? We will send your gifts by 3 p.m. after the day. No.
Yeah.
Okay, how to win. Comment on our videos with the hashtag Lockboss. Winners will be chosen from comments on the previous week's videos for our weekly giveaway. No purchase necessary. All right, so with
you
that,
can win $500 of worth of merchandise. Huh?
Well, yeah, so the last Tuesday of every month, part of Lockboss Season 3,
right,
is we give 5 winners, which we're going to announce in a minute, each a $500 store credit to CLKsupplies.com. And please, 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 if you win today or you win any of the other weeks, please, we would love for you to send us in a photo of all the stuff that you won or that you bought with the credit. It's just fun to show everybody, and I look forward to seeing what everybody won. So with that being said, our first $500 credit winner is Eric Richley 9331.
Congratulations.
Winner number 2 is Back Pocket Locksmith 4669. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Winner number 3 is Jeff Huggins 9142. Congratulations. Winner number 4 is Phillips Lock and Key.
Congratulations.
Congrats. And last but not least, winner number 5 this week is Carl Lewis 2207.
Congratulations.
Very, very cool. I tell you what, now
but I didn't see my name. Lost again. Thanks.
Well, hey, how about
can't rig it?
Hey, you got a Topo Chico with Zip Fizz.
Oh.
And you drank the whole thing, so you must have liked it.
Yeah, I did.
I like it. All right, now, of course, we have our Lockboss Patriotic Tea going on with free with orders over $434.34. This is going to end here in just a few days because I saw the new thing for next month, and it's pretty cool. So, there we have it. That is the show today. Dad, do you have any final words you would like to say?
Congratulations to everybody. I hope you enjoy the app. And hopefully next time you can be the winner.
I like it. G Keyman 565 asks you, or he asked, but he's asking you, what the hell is Zip Fizz?
I don't know. I honestly don't. I said, I want some of that stuff you got in yours. So he goes, oh, Zip Fizz. Well, what's Zip Fizz?
It's pretty much powder you put in a drink for energy. And I think it's mainly vitamins.
No. So when I get home, I'll be able to do some work around the place.
When I get a text from you at 2 a.m. that you can't sleep yet, I'm just going to say you're welcome.
Okay.
You're welcome. But yeah, let's see here. Robert Williams says, I love having a supplier near me. Thanks, CLK. Hey, absolutely. That shirt was actually super comfy. I was surprised. L4 Argo 117 says, very cool. Glad you like it. Let's see here. Hey, Pete, PJ, and the rest of the CLK Supplies crew. Great hanging out with you. And feel free to hit me up if you're ever passing through Iowa. I've actually never been to Iowa. Have you, Dan?
Yeah.
Have you?
Been through it. We were in the same place American Pickers was.
Oh, cool. Let's see here. NY Locksmith says, He wants to try the alcohol version of Topo Chico. Yeah, B12. It's a B12 boost. Now, I wonder what happens when you have 2 to 3 a day like me.
Well, it's sort of like that rock star you running down the corridor
I have no idea what you're talking about.
at the hotel. Looked like an ostrich.
Well, first of all, I have no idea what you're talking about. And
Yeah,
second of
because you
all-
were high on rock star.
And second of all, I can tell you're actually really happy about this.
It was because
This fake story.
funny as heck. His daughter and I'm just rolling.
Oh my gosh.
I said, "Oh, you should put that on the video." And you say you were so happy that the app did so well. You were excited. We're up in that hall like you were an ostrich.
Julio, can you mute his mic, please? We need to mute his mic. That's good. Oh my gosh. Good stuff, everybody. Well, hey, thanks for hanging out. Congrats again to those lucky $500 winners. Make sure you hit us up so we can hook you up. Anyways, yeah, thanks for coming on.
Yeah,
and
thanks for having me.
thanks for making a crazy end of the trip.
Well, you got to have excitement everywhere.
You do. And I tell you what, next week we're going to have the team on. We're going to be hanging out. We're going to be talking about our takeaways and the fun that we had in Las Vegas together.
Yep.
So, all right, everybody. Julio, if like always, if you want to put a little end of show music on there, and that would be, well, good.
Yeah, I apologize to the team what went to Vegas for the little mishap because I knew you needed that sleep. Sorry.
Well, just don't let it happen again, okay?
Okay.
We'll give you one hall pass, and it's in your hand right now.
Oh boy.
No, it's good, everybody. Hey, have a safe and wonderful Tuesday evening. Of course, we got some more videos coming to you this Thursday and Sunday. Take care. We'll see y'all next week.
Have a good evening.